Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Pagey here, once again with another video on The Flash Season 3. So you might be able to tell, I'm back at home, I have my proper microphone, thank God. So as most of you should know by now, we got confirmation through pictures that Wally West will officially be suiting up as a speedster in the first few episodes of Season 3 of The Flash, at least. We also got confirmation, once again, through photos, in this case they were taken on set, that Wally West, as a speedster, will have his own reverse Flash of sorts. Obviously, he might not be known as a reverse Flash. I did a video yesterday on who he could possibly be. Now, we'll leave that linked in the description below if you're interested in watching it. Now, one of the biggest discussions going around is, will we see Wally West as a speedster after the Flashpoint story? So, if you haven't really thought about it too much or that much at all, Flashpoint will only be on The Flash for an opening portion of Season 3. Now, this hasn't been confirmed by Warner Brothers or the CW or even hinted at by some of the cast and crew, but just through common sense, you would think there is no way that they would do Flashpoint for all of Season 3. This is just due to the story being pretty thin as it is, so if they try to stretch it over 23 episodes, they'd struggle a bit. As well as the fact that they have that big four-night crossover with Supergirl, Arrow, and Legends. So with that being said, what should we expect from the Wally West Speedster in Season 3? Firstly, in regards to the name Kid Flash, I'm not 100% sure if that will be Wally's, super name, if you want to call it that, in Flashpoint. Seeing there is no Flash, you would think, why would he be called Kid Flash? Anyway, so with Barry messing up the timeline, once again, he just loves doing that, Wally has ended up with super speed, along with that black suited speedster we saw earlier as well. But how would he have gotten these powers? Who knows, but it will be interesting to actually find out how, and hopefully it is in a pretty cool way. Like, it's not going to be like just swapping Wally with Barry. Like, Wally was somehow a forensic scientist now, and he was in that lab and got sprayed with the chemicals. It will most likely be something different. The particle accelerator might be involved again, but once again, we'll have to wait and see. I think what we actually will see is an inexperienced Wally West speedster who will end up being assisted by Barry Allen so he can take down the villain that Wally is facing. Similar to how we had, the fake Harrison Wells in Season 1 and the fake Jay Garrick in Season 2 who both helped Barry with his abilities. One interesting thing to bring up though is that Wally West will most likely have a team that is assisting him with his superhero duties, like how Barry has with Cisco and Caitlin. Now, Cisco and Caitlin could be Wally's helpers as well, but that would be a bit boring, it wouldn't be that interesting. It would be pretty cool to see a pairing of, like Hartley Rathaway, aka Pied Piper, and Linda Park or like Tina McGee or something like that who are actually Wally's support team. You never know, they could also chuck in Harrison Wells if they wanted to. I say this mainly due to how pro and expertise his super suit looks like, how Barry had his made by Cisco and stuff. You would think Wally would need some help making this. It will be interesting as well to see Iris and Joe in this Flashpoint story and their influence or impact on Wally West's life, not only as, this supposed Kid Flash, but just as a normal person. Now let's move on to the post-Flashpoint Wally West in Season 3. So, Wally West after Barry, quote-unquote, fixes the timeline by letting his mother die. So if you didn't know, when Barry fixes the timeline by letting his mother die to the hands of the Reverse Flash, there are still some slight changes due to ripples in the timeline as things technically happen differently. So what should we expect to happen differently with Wally following Flashpoint? Well, I don't think he will have super speed when we return to the normal timeline. However, I do think small events in his life will be slightly different, which would put him in a time and place in which he will get, said super speed. Whether that be a certain job or a school project or class or something. Or another character's life will be slightly changed, which in turn affect Wally in some way, shape or form. We also might get a slightly different suit for Wally as well if he does get super speed. It may still be yellow, but with some subtle tweaks, But who really knows, they might make it silver like we saw in the New 52, which some people were angry that they didn't make it silver, which I don't really understand because that New 52 stuff that suit and all that is sort of, you know, redundant now. But thanks for watching, guys. If you want to leave a like on the video, it would be very much appreciated. Leave any comments. What did you think of anything I said in this video? One important thing to say is that Comic-Con is actually in 1 week from now, so I think the Arrow and Flash stuff is on the second last day, but I think most of the superhero stuff is actually on the second last day, so it will be interesting to see what happens there. But I'll be sure to cover as much as I can on what needs to be covered, what's actually important, but yeah, keep your eyes out for that. If you're new around here, make sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.